Hi everybody, I'm Dave.
And I'm Brenda. And this is Molly.
Today we are going to talk about verandas. Veranda homes, remember, they're basically like a designer home, a normal size house that has a fenced backyard. The same floor plans as the designers, they put a fenced backyard and they call it a veranda.
And change the name.
Change the name of the exact same floor plan, correct. I think it's Jackson is
what we have.
What we have. We're in a Laurel Oak, but you put a fence in the backyard, it's a Jackson. So anyway, we're going to look at several of those areas. I'm going to give you basically what's under construction now, all the way to everything that's been announced to this point of where those verandas are going to be. And we'll talk about the bonds and all the information you want from that. Now, it'll be easier for me to do that on the computer. We'll do some screen grabs and show you some maps, and I'll put some B-roll footage of some of the flyovers of that area. And so Brenda
I'll be working on tangle pipe.
it's going to be working on something else while I sit at the computer and put the rest of this together. So hang in there as I relocate to the computer. All right, everybody, I'm sitting at the computer. What we're going to do is screen record some of this where I'm going to look at Google Maps and show you the areas of verandas that I want to talk about today. There's a total of 7 areas of verandas that are just about done. A couple of them are complete, all the way to some that haven't even started yet. And we're going to go through St. John's, DeLuna, and Richmond. Again, there'll be 7 areas of verandas that are coming down in the near future. So let's start. First of all, let me get myself here positioned. Do a little different. Put myself in the upper corner this time, just so we don't cover the Google logo. All right. We'll start off looking at where's the villages. We do this each time, but I know we have some new viewers sometimes. So this is the villages. Roughly, the red part here is where homes are currently at, or there's heavy construction of homes going on. So roughly 10 miles long, 4 miles across. And all of that new construction is down in this lower section, all down here. This is where all the new homes over the past few years have been built. So what I want to do is start off with the verandas that are almost ready to go. They will be in the village of St. John. Hold on one second. Let me bring that up here. There we go. All right, this is St. John's. Now, on this far tip right here, there's a section. This is called Boaz West. Now, it's not listed on the names. A lot of the veranda areas are called, like you'd have St. John's Verandas or something like that. These are Boaz West. They're actually an area of courtyard villas, but there were a handful, well, I'd say a few more than a handful. It was 33 verandas are tucked in here with those villas. And they have the same bond for that area. What I'll do, I'll show you here and I'll zoom back out and kind of give you more detail about it, letting you know that the bonds for each area and what they're near. So first of all, this is Boaz West. Again, 33 units. The 33 units are along this roadway right here. And I'll put up some aerial views in just a moment. And these homes, most of them, well, all of them on this side of the road, on the north side of the road, they're going to have little pond views and with preserve way back on the back. So there won't be any homes ever behind those homes or any other businesses or homes back there. It's going to remain natural. Now, down at the end of the street, right through this part right here, there's a cul-de-sac. There are a handful of homes that'll be interior lots without a view, and those also are verandas. Everything else all throughout the rest of this area is either patio or courtyard villas. The patio villas are all already sold, and the courtyard villas are pretty much sold. There might be one or two of those left, but I think they're gone. And some of these verandas have been put up for sale. They have about, I'd say there's still more than half of them that have not been completed and are not sold yet. So they'll be listed in the coming weeks or month or so. Now, the bond, let's start off with that. The bond for this area is $32,640.18. If you were to pay that on the annual basis, it comes to $1,842 per year for the bond. The bond is what pays for that infrastructure when an area is built. There's a unique calculation how that's figured up. I have a video on that if you want to check out the video on bonds that I've done in the past to fully explain that. But just realize all of the homes, all of the verandas there will have that same bond amount. Again, it's $32,640.18 for this section. The aerial views, I'll kind of run those up through there so you can see what this area looks like. And again, it's most of these homes are along a view. There's that preserve back there is not going to be built upon. And of course, that does make the price a little bit higher when you have something on a view like that. There's a pool that is right there in walking distance of all of these homes. That's a neighborhood pool and postal station that'll be right there. Now, the things that it's near, again, that's right here is the where those verandas are. Brownwood Town Square. Let's kind of get this where you can get it as large on the screen as I can. Brownwood Town Square is up in this upper area right there. This is Megason Road, and there's a golf cart path that comes along Megason, a little tunnel, and it works its way over to this lower section of St. John's. Now, I would say to get to Brownwood, you're talking about 15 minutes from this area to Brownwood. Now, if you keep going down Megason Road, that works its way to the new area where Sawgrass Grove Entertainment Complex is going to be, the Ezel Recreation Center. To get to that area from these verandas is about probably be more like 10 minutes, I guess, 10 to 12 minutes to get to there by golf cart. And eventually, the next town square is going to be right down about here. It'll be called Eastport. That'll be the area with the town square and shopping. And there's a kind of general idea where the golf cart paths are going to go. So that is probably going to be another 15 minutes from Ezel is the shortest. So that would be 15, close to 25 to 30 minutes to get to the new town square when it is built. All right. Let's see, anything else of that area? Now let's move on to the next piece, or the next area of verandas. Now this is also in St. John's. We're going to move a little bit northwest, right in this area here. All of these roads right here, that is going to be a section of verandas. These are called St. John's verandas. The bond for St. John's verandas will be $34,191.50. On an annual basis, that'll be $1,929 per year. Now, these I think are going to be listed. Some of them will start listing. I wouldn't be surprised any day to see them start. All of the verandas are under construction there. All of the lots have started, and they'll be coming up. Once they start listing, I imagine every few days they'll be releasing a few more. There is a total, this is a large section. This is 98 verandas that will be in here. There will be some that are on a view, and the view along a pond. That pond goes around, kind of arches around that section. Now keep in mind there will be another section that will have a view, but the view will be of the power lines. There is a section of power lines that go along this area of verandas. So just keep that in mind. If that is a concern, power lines that you don't want to have, there are a section of power lines in here. The homes that are on the back side of it probably will not see those power lines unless you're looking for them. This is reasonably close to where the turnpike is. This is Megason Road. This is the Florida Turnpike. I'll put a measurement tool up real quick. I'm not sure how well it shows, but I'll read off to you. I'll kind of go from the very center of it. The center of those verandas, if I can get to click, there we go, over to the turnpike is 0.17 miles. Let me just change it to feet. That'll help you. About 925 feet, so a little over 3 football fields to the turnpike from the center part of St. John's. The houses that are closest to the turnpike, let's see if we can redo the measurement. That'll be 675 feet, a little over 2 football fields. Just something to be aware of. I know some people have asked about turnpike, how close it is to things. All right, don't worry, we'll go have some other areas come up that are not going to be that close to the turnpike. We're only on the second of 7. Distance is there, again, to get to Brownwood from this is very similar to the last one. Let's see, it's 8 there, probably 10 minutes from St. John's Verandas to Brownwood, and we're still 15 to 18 minutes, I guess, over towards Sawgrass entertainment area. So it'll be roughly 30 just over to get to Eastport. Again, Eastport isn't even built yet. The roads are not there. Making some estimates on what I'm aware of as far as golf cart paths. All right, so that's St. John's Verandas. Again, I think they'll be listing any day. Let me tell you, since these, none of them have listed yet, I can kind of tell you what's in there. St. John's Verandas, out of the 98 dwellings, there will be 2 Bellavilles. You'll have to look online at the village's website. You can see the floor plans of what these models are. There'll be 2 Bellavilles, 9 Eatons, 3 Emmets, 21 Hudsons, 3 Jacksons, 2 Mayberries, 8 Monroes, 5 Rockports, 8 Saginaws, 2 Traverses, 3 Livingstons, 2 Grand Rapids, 12 Hillsdales, 3 Isabellas, 9 Ottawas, 2 Midlands, and 8 Masons. So a good number of or different types of verandas that will be in there. All right, let me keep moving. Oh, I forgot to mention here, with St. John's, remember you have the Lake Okahumpka recreational area that's going to have access into Lake Okahumpka for things like kayaking. They're saying paddleboarding, but some access, and there'll be a small restaurant. The name of it hasn't been released. They haven't even started construction on the restaurant. There's a pad area for it, but it has not been built. And the recreation center is still under construction. A unique feature of that, it looks like it's going to have a screen porch on the back. So if you don't have a view at your home, you can always go over there and hang out on the screen porch overlooking Lake Okahumpka. All right, now, the next area I want to talk about is DeLuna. Now, the new section of DeLuna, we're going to slide a little bit, or we'll cross the turnpike and go a little bit to the northwest. This area right here is heavily under construction. This is the new area of DeLuna. That's where most of the activity is at the moment as far as home construction. There will be 3 sections of verandas in DeLuna. Again, to get a little bit of your bearings, the town square, I'd say Brownwood Town Square, is right up here. This is Megason Road. This is the golf cart bridge, Water Lily golf cart bridge that you would use to get on this side of the turnpike to come up to DeLuna. Now, this is a very large area. Portions of DeLuna is near the turnpike. Portions of DeLuna is over near 301. But don't let this deceive you. It's actually pretty good distances when you're in the center section of this. Now, you'll see this area here that is kind of open. That is a section of power lines. So there are some sections that power lines would be visible. but not everywhere. Again, don't let it deceive you. There's a lot of distance here, so I wouldn't just count this area out because there's turnpike and power lines. If so, you're going to struggle to find anywhere for a while. Everything sort of has that in the new home areas that'll be, within a half a mile or two. So first area I want to talk about in here is DeLuna Verandas South. DeLuna Verandas South is, let me get where they're at here. Okay. Right here. This area, this is Marshbend Trail, but that road goes out to 301. And that'll have easy access from the turnpike to 301 to be able to get into this area. So right here is DeLuna Verandas South. There will be 64 units in there. The bond, $33,328.31, which is $1,827 if you do that annually with your tax bill. The models that are in there, there's 4 Bellevilles, 10 Eatons, 7 Hudsons, 2 Jacksons, 1 Mayberry, 8 Monroes, 3 Saginaws, 4 Livingstons, 8 Hillsdales, 3 Isabellas, 9 Ottawas, and 5 Masons. Now, what's unique here? This is where there's a little bit, I think, did a video about how it being a game changer. All of these verandas are being built with the precast concrete construction. That was what they did for the past year or so for the courtyard villas. So this is the first time anything else has been built. And you heard that's a large variety of floor plans that they have modified, or not modified, but they are now able to build with the precast concrete. And remember, a veranda home is exactly like any designer home. They just put a fenced backyard. So all of those models exist in designer homes. So it's interesting that now that they can do that with tilt wall or precast concrete, pretty much they can build anything in the villages with that technology now. I think now it's just a matter of does their concrete plant, is it able to handle the production of those walls? They're still doing everything with one crane. I have not seen another crane come out yet, but give it time. I have a feeling this is going to significantly not replace, but I think it's going to do a lot of what we were doing in concrete block and stucco in the past. Once it's all done, it looks just like concrete block and stucco, but you have a solid concrete wall, which probably is better. I can see a lot of advantages of that to a concrete block. But again, this section right here is the precast concrete. All right, from there, let's go to the next set of verandas. Back it back out. Remember, this is all DeLuna. This is where we were just at. Right here, this is also going to be verandas. DeLuna Verandas East. Now, DeLuna Verandas East will have 43 dwellings. The bond there will be $37,474.81. And that would be $2,055 per year if you do it annually on your taxes. So again, it's right here. All of these are under construction. These are not going to be concrete block and stucco. These were started about the same time as the DeLuna Verandas South that are precast. So you have a choice between precast and concrete block and stucco. And they're going to start coming for sale, I think, in similar time frames, which I think will make it interesting. We can find out, is there a cost savings one way or the other for, at least for the purchaser? I don't know on the developer whether it's a cost savings or not. But that'll be the first time we can really put apples to apples and do some comparisons when they start selling those. In this section, I'm not sure I told you, it was 43 dwellings. I think I mentioned that here. The models will be 2 Bellevilles, 4 Eatons, 4 Hudsons, 4 Jacksons, 3 Mayberries, 2 Monroes, 3 Saginaws, 5 Livingstons, 1 Hillsdale, 4 Isabellas, 5 Ottawas, and 6 Masons. All right, so all of those are under construction right now. So I think the Verandas South and Verandas, the DeLuna Verandas South and DeLuna Verandas East, which total 107 verandas, I think you'll be seeing those coming online. I'm guessing 1 month, maybe 2 months at most before the first ones are listed. So if that meets your time frame, then these will be the next ones up. All right. And there is, you can see right here, and I'll put up the video if it's not already there. There's extremely large backyards in 3 of these units. You could put an Olympic-sized pool back there. Probably kidding, probably not that big. But you could put really large items in the backyard, or you could just have a large backyard if you wanted to have flag football or something. And these lots, of course, are on the preserve right here with a view. But those caught my eye a long time ago when I was flying the drone out here before they even started really building. Those were very unique lots. All right, there is another section of verandas in DeLuna. DeLuna is going to be full of verandas and villas. I think, let's see, verandas I know are 3 sections. Courtyard villas, I'll do all these in a different video, but there's actually a section of courtyard villas that snuck in there that I didn't have on my last courtyard villa descriptions. That's going to be up here by the turnpike. So there's 3 courtyard villa sections at least, and I think it's 7 areas of patio villas, massive areas of patio villas. 4 of those are already under construction, and there's a couple other, or 3 other areas that I think are upcoming. All right, so remember, here was a set of verandas, here was a set of verandas. Now the third area of verandas will be close to the turnpike here. This is the turnpike. It's going to be right here, these streets right here, and it's going to kind of curve around along the turnpike and back out to a main roadway. So that will be called, let me see if I can find them. That is DeLuna Verandas North. Pretty unique. We had south, east, and now north. DeLuna Verandas North will have 66 dwellings. The bond will be $36,688.53, or $2,012 per year. Don't know if those are going to be the concrete block and stucco or precast. There are no building permits yet for those 66 dwellings, so I don't have the floor plans for them either yet. But I do know those are going to be verandas, and do know the bond. I am projecting with some timelines. They are doing some concrete or precast concrete courtyards right here, and they're working on right now the foundations for it, but the walls will be starting there as soon as they finish over in DeLuna Verandas South with the walls. So I think in the next couple of weeks they will be here. They'll run through that pretty quick, and I don't think they're ready in Richmond for it yet. So I have a feeling they may do these in precast concrete also. Just a speculation, but I think these verandas will be precast concrete. Let's see. From there, I think time frame on this, it's kind of hard to project. I'm guessing, let's see, this will take them at least 3 or 4 weeks. I don't even think they will start foundations in there for at least a month, maybe a little bit longer, and then give it 90 days. So we're talking 4 months maybe before the first one of these will be on the market. Speculation, don't know for sure. Couple of measurements. You can see these are right against the turnpike, just a few hundred feet. I wanted to give you these distances here. Let me pull out a measurement tool. Probably should have done this before I moved from the area. All right. So from the DeLuna Verandas East, this is pretty much in the middle of DeLuna. The turnpike is 0.35 miles away. The Route 1, or 301, I'm sorry, is 0.68 miles away. The power lines are 0.41 miles away. All right, so let's check over this one. For DeLuna Verandas South, these are the ones that are the precast concrete. The turnpike is farther away. It is 0.63 miles to the turnpike. 301 is 0.36 miles away. And the power lines are close there. We're talking a tenth of a mile from the middle. Some of those are right up against with a view of the turnpike. Some are away from the turnpike, or excuse me, of the power lines. So that's about a tenth of a mile from the power lines is the center part of those villas. Again, some of them are right against it, and the ones on the farthest from it are about 0.12 miles. So it's still pretty close. If you're looking that direction, I suspect you will be able to see it. If you're facing the opposite direction, you won't see it. But that's something to be aware of. Okay, so that is DeLuna, the 3 sections of Verandas in DeLuna. All right, there's still more. And the next ones, I know if this is, we'll go to the village of Richmond. Let me turn on Richmond. Bear with me one second. That is Richmond. Now, portions of Richmond I kind of know about, this area where they've been working. This section down below, we know of a pitch and putt that's underway. But there's some homes. I know there will be homes in here, but I don't have the plans. I have not seen the plats listed. I'm not sure that they have had those posted yet, exactly what that layout will be. But they're going to be behind this first section of Richmond. Basically all up in here that's near Brownwood. I know what's going there. All right, let me turn this stuff off. All right, so again, getting bearings again. This is Brownwood. Short hop over this golf cart bridge, and the golf cart path will drop you into Brownwood. That little wiggle to get into there might be 5 minutes. I don't know if it's that. It's going to be very close to Brownwood. I know from golf cart to get from the bridge here at Brownwood to the Water Lily Bridge is an 8-minute golf cart ride. So you can figure that's not far to get into Brownwood. From here to go to the new area of Sawgrass Grove is going to be roughly, let's see, this is 18. That's probably going to be close to 30 minutes to get to Sawgrass. And then Eastport, when it's built, there's probably going to be your best bet, from what I know of the golf cart things, is you're going to jump across the Water Lily Bridge and work along this side of the turnpike. And that might be a similar time frame, believe it or not, the way that the golf cart path will go. That might be 30 minutes or so, maybe 35 from this area. So there's trade-offs in all of these areas. You're near some things, closer to some things, and farther from others. So Brownwood is really close. The other ones are going to be a little bit more of a ride. Now, in this area, there are 2 sections of verandas. We have Richmond Verandas South and Richmond Verandas North. So we'll start with Richmond Verandas South. That's going to be right in this general area here. They've kind of cut in the roadways, not fully ready yet, so it'll be a little while before they're building, but you can kind of see the outline of where these verandas are going to be. It is going to be a little bit close to the turnpike. I'll put a measurement tool on. Bear with me. I'll kind of go from roughly the center of it to the turnpike. And that is 0.2 miles, roughly 0.2 miles, 0.19 actually, from the center of that section. In there, I know that there's going to be 45 dwellings. Bond be $32,000. What is this? Bond will be $32,047.95, or an annual of $1,757 annually, and that's paid on your tax bill. I don't know what the floor plans are going to be because they do not have the building permits for each individual home in there yet. So we just know there'll be 45 verandas. They would definitely be verandas. Okay, now we would jump a little bit north to Richmond Verandas North. Richmond Verandas North is going to be right in, let me get my bearings here, right in this area. And this is the furthest along. As we fly over it, you can see it has the street signs are in, the roads have the top coat paving on there. The electrical looks pretty much ready. I could see this might be one of the first areas that foundations are going to be here in Richmond, which I'm still thinking is sometime in this month of May that we'll start seeing foundations in Richmond. Right in this general area is ready. Like I said, that's the only place I've seen street signs up. Back over in here, the streets are being paved with their final coats. So that area may also be coming online soon, and that has some patio villas, one section of patio villas, and some designer homes there. The courtyard villas that I missed on my speculation a few months ago, I thought were coming very quickly here. It's just moving a little slow, prepping the land for that. I think that's because they're not ready to bring the tilt wall operation over or the precast concrete over yet. But here is our Verandas, DeLuna Verandas North. DeLuna Verandas North is going to have 38 dwellings. The bond of DeLuna Verandas, or I didn't mean to say DeLuna, this is Richmond Verandas North, is 38 dwellings. Bond is $31,042.98. And annually that would be $1,702 per year if you choose to go that route and not pay it all at once. Again, there is no building permits that have been issued yet for specific homes. So I don't have floor plans. That's when the floor plans are public for me to figure out where they're at and what they are. Let's see, the unique features of Richmond, I don't know if it's unique, but the postal station and the neighborhood pool, let's put it that way. The adult pool is going to be right here near these verandas. It's going to be in this, let's see, generally right in here is where they're at. So almost it'll be walking distance, I guess, to there. There will be a family pool right in this area, and this is where the postal station will be for Richmond. So when you come off of Megason Road, you pick up your mail here at the postal station. I guess it's really right here. Postal station, and for everybody that's in here. So 2 pools, a family, and a neighborhood pool. I think that is all really specific of Richmond. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email. Again, with Brenda's mom, I'm a little slower on some of the emails sometimes, especially if I'm off at work, which I'm out of town about 5 days of the week for work. So, but I do monitor emails, and I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can with answer any questions that you may have. All right, that is the verandas. We'll do some more. I think the next one, I'm not sure this will be the next video, but I do want to get into DeLuna sometime here and just show you every area of DeLuna. Like they set these areas into units where the bonds are described and what types of homes are in there. I have that completely mapped out, and there's a lot of units. At least 20, 21. It looks like 21 different units in here. And a unit could be a set of courtyard villas, a set of patio villas, a set of designer homes. So there's 21 units. It's going to be heavy on villas. So if you are looking for villas, DeLuna is where there's going to be a large chunk of them coming online. So, all right, we'll get to that one in the coming weeks. Well, I appreciate you viewing this. Hopefully it was useful information and I wasn't bouncing around too much. Didn't really have a plan when I started the screen grab here, just working off of some notes. And hopefully I covered everything that you wanted to hear. So again, shoot me an email if you have any questions. And other than that, I'm going to hop on off of here and go check with Brenda and see how she's doing with her channel. And we'll see you the next time we explore the villages. See you next time.